Libras, welcome to your weekly Sidereal Astrology forecast. This is for September 19th to the 25th of 2016. I'm Athen, and this is for Sidereal Astrology. If you are new to the channel, be sure to check out the link down below because the signs are different. All right, so Libra, this week we have Mercury going direct after his few-week retrograde. And so that's the most significant thing this week. In fact, while Mercury's stationed, he is going to be trining up to Pluto, both in his ingress and egress, suggesting a powerful shift here with your 11th house. This is where Mercury is going to go direct. So this is the house of your aspirations. This is the house of anything you do involving groups, such as community, friends, networks, any organizations you're a part of, but fundamentally anything that is future-oriented. And so that's where the aspirations come into the picture. So if you've been reflecting on these things, if it has been an area of reconsideration lately, that energy certainly starts to move forward for you. And what I would highly recommend during this week, here around Wednesday and Thursday, is to sort of pause for a second when it comes to some of these things, and maybe even reflect on what you've reconsidered, particularly the past 2 weeks while Mercury was in that 11th retrograde, in terms of what you've learned about these aspirations or the importance of networks or community or whatever it is there. So things are certainly moving forward, and I think with that reflection you can have this insight, and there could even be literally new shifts of understanding for a lot of you, taking you into next week. Now the trine from Pluto, making it powerful, is all coming from your third house. So your guys' mind has been changing over many years. Even the way you communicate, stripping away all of the fears and attachments and things that are preventing you from having, an easier flow of your communication, of your expression, and even too in terms of your mind. So this is really confirming the perspective shifting with Pluto in the third. And I think the more open you are to change and seeing things in a new light, the better. And there's a lot of positive support to do just that. All right, so as we approach that Mercury station, we are going to have your ruler sextiling up to Mars on Monday, making it just this opening of maybe feeling confident, motivated, driven. Maybe there's just an opening to get some things done. Now, there is a lot of behind-the-scenes energy for you, even though there's this burst of Mars energy. All of these planets are in your 12th, particularly your ruler Venus. So this is emphasizing that it is a low time. It's really the time of the year for you to be reflecting on things, maybe getting some of that alone time, meditative time, all right? Maybe working behind the scenes a bit. So there's a lot of opportunity to do this. First of all, Jupiter's here in the 12th. So for the next year and a half, should be plenty of opportunities to get more in touch with your spiritual self. You could even say your psychological self, getting through those fears and traumas that might be preventing you from having peace in your life. But all in all, I think working behind the scenes and all of that could be a great source of energy, which is the sun there in your 12th. And then again, you here suggesting that it is the time period for these behind the scenes things. And again, the objective is for peace and tranquility. All right, so that's a strong emphasis there on your 12th. And, I want to mention, too, with all these shifts taking place with your 11th, this is your life path. So as you're geared toward and consciously orienting towards the aspirations, whether they're your personal aspirations or for, again, group or community, this is a great way of working with really the next year and a half with the North Node here. But that's the forward-moving energy. That's actually the location of this whole solar eclipse cycle we're in September, is all ushering you here to learn more about the importance of these future-oriented things. So that's a great fundamental, keeps everything nice and simple, gives you that sense of purpose there. Now, I do want to mention, though, as we go into the weekend, Mars is going to be transitioning into your third house, so you could perhaps, going into next week, feel a bit motivated to do some reading or some writing or some communicating and learning, maybe exchanging, trading, business sometimes. But whatever that is, Mars in the third could give you that burst of energy to really get into the mental, inquisitive side of things. So it's a great source there for momentum, and I think that's a positive area this week anyways because of that trine from Pluto, and of course Mercury going direct, which symbolizes all those third house things. All right, so Libra, have a fantastic week. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next week.